Hello and welcome to another moment in time one take with me, ZG. How is everyone doing? Hopefully everything is as good as can be. It's been a little while again since the last video. Things have been going on my end, up and about, all around, and I hope everyone has been doing well in the meantime, practicing all the great stuff we've been talking about so far. And I'm back. We're back here with another topic that I found particularly interesting and potentially most likely useful in daily life, in daily events as we come across it. But I'm not just this time I'm not just going to dive directly into the topic, but I'm going to open up this video with a little bit of a question so we get a little bit of a feel for the topic. And that is, I would like to ask each and every one of us here, how often do we notice that we feel stuck in life, as though we're not moving anywhere, that we're not progressing nor not even declining anywhere, that we just feel stuck in the moment, as the infamous song from U2 I think goes. Have you ever felt like you're running around in circles, just like on end, that your day in, day out might be looking the exact same, with nothing exceptional, nothing special going on, so to say, and just like nothing in your life for the time being, at least not moving anywhere, right? And that is the topic that I would like to take some of our moments here to talk about, and that is the process of self-improvement, which ultimately, in the grander scheme and in many teachings, is fairly known to be a spiral. And that is going to be the topic of this video. Namely, we might feel our minds, our perception may look like that look as if we are legitimately circling around on one place, not moving anywhere, not progressing, nothing is going forward, neither back nor backwards, and we're just feeling stuck in the place, and we're repeating the same patterns, the same mistakes per se, all over again, the same lessons. We're just not getting past any hurdles that life may throw at us, that we may come across. So I would like to clarify, I would like to just take a moment to talk and explain a little bit about how that is the cyclical aspect, the circle aspect is only, theoretical, it's only illusionary, I want to say, because in reality it is a spiral. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you in a practical example, and since this is all recorded in one take, I'm gonna be using a little bit more of a retro method, since even though we have all this technology literally in front of me, and I could use some presentation here on the computer or whatnot, but I prefer the good old-fashioned whiteboard that I prepare here for myself and for all of us here. And we're gonna see, I'm gonna try to explain what exactly it is, what it means that life and the process of self-improvement is a spiral. So it's a process. It's always going to take a considerable amount of time and energy. That is just forefront, and I'm probably going to be repeating that throughout the course of this video and many other of my views. But to show you, if you visualize this, we're going to start at the center, like every spiral starts at the center. This is a little bit small, just a little bit bigger. The center point. We can consider this, I would consider almost this like birth. At birth, we're just born, we come into this world, we're at a starting point. As we grow up, as we evolve, as we grow as children, we start slowly developing and learning new things and expanding and learning about ourselves, about the world. You guys can see it probably as good, because this is a very analog method, but it's starting to become a spiral. We are spiraling from the center point outward. We're expanding our experiences, our growth, our depth, our wisdom, our knowledge, skills, everything. We are growing physically as well, not to mention that. But as we come to a certain point in life, a certain, let's say, adolescence and even adulthood, we, even myself included, find ourselves spiraling, just like circling on one end, and the circle just doesn't get any bigger, and we're just going around in circles. I feel the circle may get smaller, it may get bigger, it may turn into an oval and to ellipse, but it just doesn't progress onward. And we're starting to just, the picture that I'm drawing is quite literally the representation of what is going on. It starts becoming muddied, it's becoming uneven, it's becoming, you know, it feels like it's trying to break out of this habit. And that is one of the secrets, the true aspects of life that I keep talking about here, and like I said, many other teachings are talking about as well, which is that nothing is the same, is what I wanted to say in nature, and change is the only constant that in nature. So every time we do overcome our obstacles, every time we do get over, every time we learn a lesson, we are able to, where did it end? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't also, I want to mention, it doesn't necessarily matter, as you might have noticed. I can keep drawing this circle while looking at the camera. I can just keep circling. It doesn't really matter which direction is going or like what is intended to become. We don't know, as again in the greater scheme, we don't really know what the end goal is. We don't know. We only know where we're coming from, the center point. So the point in time, the moment in time that helps us, that we are able to break through this habit, this cycling habit, is the moment of change. Every time we implement change, we go a little bit more outward from the center and keep expanding, just going ever so slightly. And every time a change happens, we widen the circle ever so slightly more, up to a certain point, of course. But mostly it is more likely to the circle never actually stops expanding. We keep learning. We learn until the very last breath we take on this earth, right? All life until the very end is a learning experience, just the same as like self-improvement and personal growth is a point of, you know, unlimited potential, quite literally. The same picture I want to draw, this is I would argue this is a like a top-down view of the situation. The exact same situation can be drawn from a side perspective, and it will look something like this. So we have the starting point, and then we spiral. Ever so slightly, we start growing and developing our skills. From birth to childhood to adolescence to adulthood, and we just keep spiraling, and we keep adding new things and new skills and new habits. We are repeating sometimes the old habits that are only so functional, and the circle gets smaller again, but ultimately it never stops. It just keeps going. It's a twister, it's a tornado. It always keeps on growing, but at a certain point it just seems like it stops, and it just starts repressing almost. Let's try it like this, and it just becomes really condensed at some point, almost figuratively, like a steel spring being compressed. This area right here, I would argue, this particular instance, the time when we keep repeating the same cycles, the same lessons over and over, is creating stagnant, dead energy essentially, and that is the energy of, you know, cramps, of condensing energy, of being stuck. That is the very energy we are experiencing, we feel in those moments when we are unable to break through the patterns. So yeah, again, just reiterating, it seems like it's a circle, but it's always a spiral. It always leads forward, much like life only has one direction, and that is forward. No turning backwards, ever so slightly, only forward, growing and expanding all the time. Doesn't have to. We don't have to cling on to the very basic, the very origin of it. That is always going to be a part of us, but it's only, you know, useful in particular situations. We don't have to keep the whole picture in mind at all times, right? We can only focus on where we are at the very end of it. So this is mainly all this alone was I also really wanted to just pop out my whiteboard here and just see how this works on a video and how I could implement it, but just this visual representation of how growth and development looks like, very, very figuratively, is very interesting to me. And again, it ties into many philosophies. It ties into life itself, life as a process of nature, development from birth to experience to passing on as well. And one thing that I would want to note here, the aspect of change that I kept talking about. Every time we are able to go is every time we were able to overcome and grow our circle of experience and wisdom is when we implemented some changes, when we approached a situation differently, when we became wiser, when we learned our lessons and applied our skills and our will, our faith, our feelings and thoughts, our skill sets into practice, and we were able to get ourselves unstuck from the very moment. I have some notes scribbled down here, so I'm reading a little bit again after a while. So yeah, this video is mainly meant to as a call for action, a reminder, mostly a reminder to all of us to try to embrace change as openly as we possibly can. I know it's not the easiest. Definitely, I speak from experiences myself. It's very discomforting. It's very uncomfortable most of the time to break the habit that is always comfortable, that we can predict, that is predictable, that we can foresee, into something that is rather unpredictable and new and, you know, fresh. And we are way further out from our actual, you know, like comfort zone. I really like to use that expression. Apparently, from a comfort zone, we are far out into the unknown, and it can be disheartening. It can be very difficult. It will most likely cause struggle. But this is a call to endure that change, endure that process, endure that faith, and keep at it. Every change, every time you implement a healthy habit per se, like going to bed early, 5 minutes or a minute early every day, or half an hour early, or going for a walk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. Every single one of those changes is already a change in happening. You already broadening the horizon. If you don't keep it up, you might fall back into the inward circle. But if you keep at it ever so slowly, every day, more and more progressively, consistently, just like the first article on our webpage, progressively, you're going to keep expanding, you're going to only keep on growing onward, and you're not going to be creating this stagnant energy, which is the main cause for many illnesses these days. Most stress comes from just this state of stagnancy, of disheartening discomfort, basically. Disheartening comfort is what I wanted to say. When the comfort is so pressurizing and so suffocating that you don't see it because it's comfortable, our minds don't notice it, but we are actually causing this dead energy that is sucking the life out of us for no reason, and we're not moving anywhere, right? And a few more aspects to just to close out this video. Some things that I personally greatly enjoy and try to promote as much as I possibly can. Some key factors, key feelings, experiences that are quite literally changes in practice. Some things, some emotions, some things that we can do to help promote change, healthy change, to help better embrace change, are simple things like, it's probably not going to be visible too much, right? I have to write it out, spell it out a lot. Nope, my marker's going to stop writing. It's kindness. No, this is very terrible. My handwriting is terrible as it is. But anyway, so kindness, let's say care. Maybe if I press it a little bit more, I'll write it a little bit bigger. Let's write it here. compassion, empathy. I'm just gonna write them out and I'm gonna speak them out loud so you guys can follow along a little bit better. Also, joy, big time joy. Jay, joy. Who's Jay? Yeah, these are some of the aspects that I would want to remind each and every one of us, including myself, to try to embrace, try to live up, express and experience these feelings of compassion, kindness, empathy, joy, care, gentleness. I can write it again additionally, being gentle. These aspects are quite literally, on an energetic, on a physical, on an emotional level, are gateways to opening up the blockages of energy. So being kind to yourself, being kind to your friends and family, to your spouses, to your friends, to a stranger on the street, is a gateway to breaking the cycle of stagnancy. Kindness, again, to yourself, joy, things that make you laugh, sincerely laugh from the heart. When's the last time we had a just, sincere, loving and kind laugh for ourselves? Joy, laughter always dissipates or lowers the tension created from stagnancy. So these would be most likely be my parting words. So again, stagnant energy comes from creation, from being stuck in one place, figuratively, because we don't move, because we don't embrace change, because we cling on to that comfort of being in a comfortable place and not allowing life to flow through us. And the aspects, the approaches of love, of course, forefront all a center point of all of these feelings is love, of course. Love, compassion, gentleness, empathy, joy, kindness are all gateways that we can use to open ourselves up, open up the portal again, so that life may through us, so that we may reach our fullest potential better, more fluently, and we can be happier and healthier through it, and even more successful, arguably, in life as well. Yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, that is the cycle of self-improvement that is actually a spiral. Plot twist, and simple as that, as simple solutions to it as we speak, and that'll be that. Things, this and many other aspects of how to approach life, how to make the most of your life, of how to create healthy habits, how to be kinder and more open to yourself, and embrace your potentials, your talents, your skills better, and just being more fulfilled and allowing you to live life to the fullest. For more on that, we at Moment in Time offer courses and many other videos. Check out our other videos on the channels. Apply to our Facebook page. It's not on the social media here quite yet. We have a Facebook page. Join us over there, where we post ever so slightly regularly. We're still building up on the social aspects, but we're trying to preach to the choir. We're trying to bring these teachings, bringing these new perspectives, new views, of new worldviews to as many people as possible out there. So if you share this video with someone you think might be interested in that, who is a better artist than I am and can criticize me, please do make that happen and share this video with them. And yeah, if you yourself have found anything useful, something new, or something relatable, please do comment in the comment section below. Write us at an email, all available at the webpage. It's going to be linked down below. And yeah, so you don't have to go through the cycle, so you don't have to necessarily break through the cycle on your own. Again, we offer courses and coaching sessions with different worldviews, much more spontaneous than this video right now, but you basically get the idea, like analog, spontaneous, fun times, simplistic, compassion, love, and joy, individualistically specialized, based on many psychological readings, psychological teachings as well, holistic approaches, all of the good stuff, all the healthy stuff, all of the pure sincere, heartfelt, loving and kind stuff out there. More again, moment in time is the name, Zijika is the game. It's the other way around. Thank you very much for watching, my friends. I hope this hasn't been overly confusing. I hope I have been able to convey at least something new, some new aspect out there to you that you might find interesting, might even implement in your daily habits. If you do, again, let us know. I'll be forever grateful if I helped even one person out there enlighten or just relieve some stress. That is a main point of mine here. And yeah, with that being said, stay awesome, loving and kind to yourself. I'm rooting for you. I hope you do your best when breaking the cycles, and I hope you implement healthy alternatives, healthy habits in your daily routine. And I hope you'll reach success on a personal level, maybe even on a professional level as well. And yeah, besides that, until we meet again, stay awesome, loving and kind, and I hope to see you all at another moment in time.